This reading is for single Gemini women from now until the end of June. And this is going to be a very interesting reading. The oracle card that was chosen for you is unconditional love. And that's what we all seek. That's what we all strive to achieve. And in the process, we often forget to unconditionally love ourselves. So while you're going through this transformation, which is apparent, the second card down, remember that part of that transformation is to love yourself. This is a pyramid spread, and these are the overall energy of the pyramid, the Hermit and the Page of Wands. Oh, the Hermit is about going within and understanding who you are, why you do what you do, and what you're going to do when you come out. Because there is an offer and you will be coming out. Let me see. Let's get some clarifiers. The second set of cards down is the Ten of Swords and Death. And the Ten of Swords is a lot of pain, a lot of heartache. Occasionally it's actual physical pain, but fortunately and unfortunately, it's not physical pain. It's about, at least not yet, it's about this. This is transformation. This is going through a metamorphosis, and you come out as the butterfly, but it's not going to be a pretty one. Laurel says there's heartache involved. Laurel's my sister. She's dead, but she helps with the readings. She's dead, that's why she helps with the readings. Okay. Oh. Transformation has to do with your home. For most of you, the transformation has already taken place. You've done your time as the Hermit, or you may be just coming out of that Hermit period, re-examining your life, re-examining your values, finding your spiritual center, correcting your moral compass. It may have gotten a little bit off course for some of you. And the Page of Wands is a message, and it has to do with a new enterprise. But that seems to be farther down in the reading. What is in the offing is happy home, beauty, and swiftly moving forward. And becoming a lady of privilege. Okay. There's still a few things that you have to put in order, a few details that need to be ironed out. This is the Nine of Wands, and he's almost completed the task. You've almost completed the task. You do have one more battle in front of you, and it's not going to be a pretty one. It's the Five of Swords. Let's see what we have to say about the Five of Swords. Generally, those arguments are loud and they can become violent. And what is he doing there? Oh, two men. Do you have to make a choice? Or are they just vying for your attention? The argument is over them. Laurel says that for some of you, it's your brother not approving of a particular man. And their argument gets very heated. I can see an argument in a pub. I'm picking up Boston. It's a little neighborhood pub, and Luckily, they have a very large bouncer who will break it up before anybody's bloodied. Oh. Messages. You have the Death card again. This is the sarcophagus and Anubis. Anubis's job was to weigh the hearts of the person wanting to get through and decide if they were worthy to pass on to what you would know as heaven. And this is more about checking your moral compass, which may have gotten off center for a few of you. There may have been something you were involved in where you were not your normal moral self, and that's a problem. You need to correct it. Hopefully you did. And there are a few ramifications from that situation. For some of you it was financial. For some of you it was not supporting a friend in need. And for some of you it was an actual betrayal of trust. Of a friend, a dear friend. Okay. Whoever those two men are, is there a choice between them? Is that a family member taking them to task? I don't know about you, but I want to get more information on that one. The friend again. Oh, maybe it's not a brother. Maybe it's a friend who is like a brother. He wants your happiness. He wants you rolling in clover. He wants you at peace. He wants you to not have to compromise your moral compass anymore. And he feels that that man was the cause of it. He feels that some of his actions are a little snaky like the fox, or a little sneaky like the fox. Something he's heard. Something he's heard. And there's the house again. Whatever it is, they seem to iron it out because he comes. He keeps coming. There is the Six of Swords, which is passage to calmer waters, passage out of a difficult time, a time of peace and respite after a lot of aggravation and a lot of irritation, and the Ace of Cups. The Ace is only the promise. It's an offer of a new love affair. It can be the announcement of a wedding or a birth or just something really, really emotionally fulfilling. But there is still someone trying to make trouble for you. Someone is jealous. Okay, Laurel. Some bitch has her nose out of joint that you got it so good that you managed to come through this. For some of you, it is the friend that you didn't back, that you didn't support. It was inconvenient, it was too messy, and she thought you were her anchor. It'll take a long time to mend that one. For one of you, at least, it was taking sides in a divorce. For one of you, it was taking sides at work. She needed to be backed up, and you didn't. And she'd been there for you before. It's a mature woman. So you got that little problem right around the time the love affair really starts to warm up. the friend up there, the man who is taking the other man to task, wants to make sure he can keep his promises to you. We have the King of Swords and the Justice card. Whatever is this? There's that compass again. Keep your moral compass on track. On the Book of Secrets. Well, this is getting spicy. Which deck, Laurel? Okay. Good Lord, it's getting hot in here. And I had to turn the fan off. Oh. You have the third death card. Okay. This is the coffin. Laurel says that some of you are coming out of the transformation, and some of you are just a little bit farther along in the transformation, and some of you have got this, still have this situation going on underneath with the King of Swords. You gambled with your moral compass. One of you fought with a friend over you and this King of Swords, who was engaged, married, committed, in a committed relationship of some kind with another woman. And now she doesn't like to have to keep the secret because she knows the other woman. A gift. That book of secrets could be opened because of a gift. This comes with the card of Judgment, Justice, and Adjudication in the same pile. You're going to have to pay for that one. Karmically, your reputation could take a hit. Yeah, you're not going to skate on this one. It's never nice to betray a sister. Never nice. And you will not get away with it because you will suffer the guilt of it. You will be imprisoned by your own guilt. Do not unburden yourself by telling the woman what you've done with her husband, her mate. That is not for you to release. If you think it's going to make you feel better, it's not. That is between her and her husband, and it will come out at its own pace. It should not come out from you. And make sure that you take that piece of jewelry, that gift, and not wear it in public. Put it in a box, put it away, donate it to charity, give it to an auction for some school or something. Whoa. Think hard and long. I know you like it, but you didn't earn it. It's stolen. That came from another woman's happiness. Okay, because you got the Nine of Cups here, which is potential happiness, but you also have the Sneak and the Thief. And the other thing about this guy is he thinks he's got it all under control. I got all the swords in my hand. I got this under cover. There won't be any problem. No one will ever know. Yeah, he's forgotten 2 swords. There is a trail, and you need to stay as far away from that man as possible and do your mea culpas for the pain that you are causing this woman. And if she doesn't know yet, at some point she will. Don't socialize with her. Don't make her look at you. Because when she does find out, and she remembers all the times that you were at a party together, that you went to her house, yeah, that's going to really stick the knife in and twist it. So, stay away from her. And don't flaunt that gift. And if you really want your moral compass straightened out, yeah, you better get rid of it. And if you do that, if you do the right thing, Laurel says, he told you he loved you unconditionally. He did not love you unconditionally, because if he did, he would have left. He would have said to her, we are done. He would not have begun a relationship with you before he said, we're finished. It doesn't take a lot. We're done. I'm out. It's over. You know, in some cases, even fuck off will do. There is no reason to cheat. If you correct the moral mistake you made, then in fact, the clover that's up here, promised, is here. For some of you, that man up there is someone who is promising you things, and this friend, brother, whatever he is, wants to make sure he's going to keep his promise. For others of you, the cheating ones, the friend wants to punch him in the face for having drawn you in to a situation that you, if you don't now, you will regret. Probably for the rest of your life. You never get over betrayal. You really don't. Whether you're the betrayed or the betrayer. The friend wants you to be happy, but he wants you to be honorable. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups on her head. That is a water queen, and she's not in a good position. Let's see what the fairies have to say about that. She's on her head, and she's here with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is not actually in any danger. He's just hanging by his foot, contemplating his choices, contemplating what the waiting is for. When he's got his head straight, or when he's done enough time in isolation, when enough things have fallen into place in the universe, the wait is over. And the sun comes out. But who is the Queen of Cups? Do tell, Laurel. We have a little data on the Queen, darling. What do I get on this Queen? For some of you, I see a blonde with short hair. Generally, a bubbly and lovely person. And she's in pain. We have the Five of Wands. And the Ten of Wands. For some of you, she is the woman who knows your secret. And it's a burden to her. And she's pissed at you, and she's struggling with whether or not to give away that secret, to tell the woman that she knows that her husband's been a cheat, but then she'd have to tell her husband who she was cheating with. So she feels that she is betraying this woman, and she doesn't want to betray you by outing you. So you're going to take some time before you're friends with her again. Probably after the secret comes out, and hopefully she's not the one who has to deliver it. Oh, Queen of Swords delivers it. Okay, another friend. This woman knows, because her husband knows him, and he was talking about it with another guy. She overheard a conversation. She's actually mixing a drink at a counter in their home, and they were a little bit too loud. And she's going to tell. And then the sun comes out again. So you will mend your friendship with your friend. I don't know that the Queen of Swords knows it was you. But you need to apologize to this woman for putting her in that position, because it is very, very difficult. She's very honorable. She's very sweet. She's a good friend, and she's always been a good friend, and you really need to not put her in this position. And you need to apologize if you want to keep that friendship. There is another love affair offered here, where you actually have to make a choice between two men. And finally, ooh, not as good as I thought. Is that gossip? That page may actually be attached to gossip. Oh, Laurel said no, that Page of Wands is you talking to you and taking yourself in hand. Resolving what you did and how you will proceed from that moment forward. But remember, making yourself feel better by apologizing to the woman whose husband you cheated with is not the way to go. If she ever confronts you, there's your chance to apologize to her. Deeply, humbly, profusely. For some of you, you didn't know he was married. Oh, there you are, the other woman. Some of you, she will confront. You are to be humble and repentant if you are to obtain the good things that are on the table for you. And for those of you who did not know and broke it off as soon as you found out, you need to tell her that. I really didn't know, and I am deeply sorry anyway that I was part of your pain. For one or two of you, he gave you money. He helped you financially, and that caused problems at home. That's how some of them find out. They needed the money for something to do with the family, and it wasn't there. Or she found the records, or she found a check, or she found something. Because the wife generally always knows. just don't always want to look at it. And she's pissed. That was some of her money that she had earned working. For some of those women, it may have been some inheritance. Oh, he's a real prick. Yeah, that one is a real douchebag. You are good to be free of him, but you never should have gotten involved with him to begin with. Because he was playing the wealthy man, and he wasn't quite as wealthy as he thought he was. The last card's down. Laurel said someone's going to lose their apartment because they don't have Daddy Warbucks paying your bills anymore or helping you pay your bills. And you will be isolated when the word gets out. Those who know that it is you. For those of you who are outed publicly, there are people who will shame you. There are people who will judge you and not want to be around you. And, you know, married women don't like to have single women around them and their families and their husbands when they know that single woman cheats with married men. Yeah, it's going to take you quite a while to get over that one. It's definitely going to leave a mark. And you deserve it. Your choice. You will need your inner strength. True strength is in gentleness. She does not tame the lion with force. It's gentleness. So, coming out with your big mouth, flapping, not the way to handle this situation. You need to keep your moral compass back on track. So, they're going to give you shit, and you're going to eat it gracefully. Because you are the tramp. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Somebody's going to post it online. And the community's going to hear about your bad behavior. If you didn't know that he was attached, calmly, quietly, like a lady, simply state the facts. I did not know. If you did know and you did it anyway, well, best just keep your mouth shut because they're going to talk. And if you open your mouth, they're going to talk even more. And the longer you stir that pile of shit, the worse it's going to stink. That's your cross, and you have to bear it. But, wait, there's more? Okay, Laurel. Ooh. You'd wishing for it to be over. You'd like it to be over. You're trying to manifest the end of it. But to some, you are just seen as a snake, and you might consider moving town. Another job. Okay, ladies. Well, that was exciting. Laurel says that this does not apply to everyone. This applies to those who are in this situation. And the rest of you Gemini ladies who are minding your P's and Q's, clues, you're going to be fine for the rest of the month. But for those of you who are Geminis with Cancerian planets, try not to be too big of a crybaby for July. Oh, shit. Okay, I hope this helped, ladies.